We're on.
You win some, you lose more.
The pride of South Australia hand out a lesson at the G. The Hawks continue to look imperious and the lid is off at Marvel. Welcome to AFL Today Round 2 wrap. I'm your host, Alex Donnelly. I'm very distracted because it is the middle of the third quarter between the Swans and Fremantle right now. To my right, also to your left if you're watching on screen, it's a man, he's mellow, he's happy, his team is 3-0. It's Leo Mullaly.
How you doing? I don't know what imperious means, but I think it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
It's good. And a man. We had it begged for him on the show and on social media on Thursday night. North Melbourne have finally won a game. They dominated. They won by near on 10 goals. It's the stats guy.
Let's go. Come on, North. Oh, the Roo boys got it done. And we got 30 minutes to talk about North, don't we?
No.
I've
His name is Lee McAllion, a.k.a. the stats guy. Hayden
go.
McLean's about to have a shot. We are, of course, brought to you by Tab here at AFL Today, and their AFL's missed by one. If your disposals leg misses by one, Tab will still pay you out as a winner. Download the Tab app today. What are you really gambling with? That helped me out the other night because I had one disposal missing in the Hawthorn game, and I got paid out, so I got 19 disposals. Can't remember who it was, but I got paid out.
It's bloody handy because there's a lot of multis you get done by one disposal, so get around it.
Hayden McLean has kicked the goal for all those playing at home. Make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube. Follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content all season long. So make sure on the YouTube you do hit that notifications bell. Subscribe to what we're doing so anytime we do a video, it comes up on your feed and just get around all the social medias. AFL Today, AU everywhere except for Facebook, which is Aussie Rules Today. All right, tonight it is the round 2 wrap up. As said, we'll be wrapping up pretty much every game from round 2. Take a look at the ladder, the Coleman medal and the premiership market from Tab. And of course, the big calls, the SuperCoach Wash and a bit of everything else along the way. We will try and time this so the time the Swans game ends, we can wrap that up as well. Yep. Because if it's close, my heart may not handle it. I'm currently wearing the Not an A-graded t-shirt brought to you by True Bloods because Sam McClure is a dunce. Anyway, let's get into a quick look. Stats guy, take it away.
Quick look. First one, the man with the blue hair, the blue lobster they were calling him. I just want to touch on that. Yes. Leo is reenacting exactly what happened. That felt good.
I just put it in your mouth.
I wasn't expecting that. But he punched Mason Cox in the face accidentally.
Flush.
That was like... If you just saw it and you weren't a big fan of the game, you would think he'd just gone up to Mason Cox and punched him. He was obviously going for the ball, and he gets off suspension. What do we think about that, lads?
I think he should get a week because, yes, I know he's going for the ball, but he's literally punched the guy in the head. Like
I just do not like that Archer has gotten 3 weeks and we give this 0.
Yeah.
Because if Archer's is 3 weeks,
because it was an accident,
Lob should be 4 weeks.
Okay, so we can...
If we're doing it based off that.
Yeah. But then can we also talk about... So we'll roll this into Patrick Dangerfield's elbow on Saturday night.
That's dodgy.
He's thrown out an elbow. It's brushed the shoulder and gone up into the face and jaw. Who'd he collect?
Burns, I think.
Okay.
Let me recreate that one.
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, it was from this side. That should be a week because you're throwing an elbow at someone. I don't care that it brushes the shoulder.
Yeah, brushes the shoulder, but...
It's a dog act.
100% I think the Dangerfield one. I don't mind Lob getting off, but according to the rules, again, we say this every single season. We were sitting here last year doing the show as well. They're just so inconsistent.
Protected species.
He is. Dangerfield is.
They're all for protecting their head when it comes to tackles and footy accidents.
Not elbows, yeah.
But Dangerfield can elbow someone and Lob can miss a spoil. And
I don't mind.
Yeah.
Lob was
do you reckon
really
they've just said, oh, it's Rory Lob, he's not very good at spoiling? We'll let him off.
He was definitely being uncoordinated there.
Yeah,
so
there was a bit of everything
but it's
going
the
on in that.
cleanest punch that didn't hit a footy ever. Can that go on the
I don't
golden
think it was
fist?
intentional. I just think it was reckless and it should have got at least a week.
Fair enough.
Let's have a look at Sam Draper shushing fans.
That was hilarious.
So the Essendon fans had every right. They were booing him before
I
he
was
had
at
his
the
shot.
MCG. It wasn't booing. It was like, God.
Groans of
It
like,
was groan of,
Give us a
no.
bit of context as well.
So Sam Draper takes a mark and gets a free kick. He did it twice.
It's the first goal of the game.
First goal of the game. I think he got a free kick about
he did.
15 metres out directly in front. And this is just, you just kick a drop punt. Yet he decides, I've got a footy here.
Yeah,
he
there we go.
decides to grab it like this.
Yeah, it was like that.
Stand sideways. And every Melbourne fan's like, Essendon fan's like, oh my God, no.
And by the way, his ball drop was horrendous.
I know, he almost missed.
He dropped it from the moon.
It's... Is that the moon?
The old Oz kick one where you chuck it up in the air.
It honestly scraped in by about half a centimetre. And anyway, he then decided to shush his own fans in the most Essendon thing ever.
They're clanning their own fans in their club now. It's
He's
hilarious.
a strange man.
It was really weird. And then he did it again when he kicked his second. He kicked 3 for the day, but he lost by 60. Shush.
Yeah.
Baz Smith. Leo saw him in the crowd last night.
Yes, he's looking good.
How's his
That's
calf?
my update.
Well, he's not that
He's looking good.
He's injured.
Did he
If
have
I
his
had
shirt
my
on?
way, though, I think he would look better with shorter hair.
Yeah.
But that's
You reckon?
probably an unpopular opinion.
But then he wouldn't have to wear the headband, and that's pretty cool.
He could still wear a headband. Look at Camden McIntosh. He's bald and he's got a headband.
Yeah, true. Elmer Fun.
Anyway, I didn't ask him about the calf. I didn't get a chance
Yeah.
to. I was a bit intimidated. He had aura.
Okay.
Okay. You got Laura.
I reckon you're taller than him.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
No, what was that?
Oh, no.
Tom Stewart's apparently done his PCL, which could be a
Oh.
brutal.
That's the story of Tom's. Like, he always misses like
Heard
chunks
something.
of the season, like, and it costs Geelong a few games because a lot of people think their most important player.
Josh Tracy's just kicked one off the side of the boot.
Well, that you'll be happy with.
Yeah,
that.
very happy.
You'll be happy. But yeah, Tom Stewart, that's a big out. You obviously want Jezza and Tom Stewart fit because
Yeah.
they're two of their best players.
Exactly. And Jack Lukosius continuing to collect a lot of money for doing not much. Unfortunately, he's broken his kneecap.
Was that how bad it was?
First
Oh.
minute of the game. wasn't
Yeah.
it?
He went back out for a couple of minutes. He's like, nah, this is cooked. So yeah, that's very unfortunate. So really sucks because I'm a fan of Jack Lukosius.
Yeah.
All the talent in the world, but just nothing seems to go his way. And who's that's taken him up? I have no idea.
Hannelly.
God bless him, the little kid. All right. Is there anything else that's come out of today's early game? So we had a lot of sweating and cramping up in Brisbane earlier. Jason Ackermanis made a dumb comment. We'll probably talk about
Harley
that later.
Reid flip off the crowd.
Harley Reid
Yes.
flipped off the crowd. What do we think?
He needs to just calm
It's a bit
down.
of-
I know I always give a bit of
He
hate
was
to him,
copping abuse all day for just existing.
but like, I
Do
don't
you
know.
reckon that rules him out of going to Brisbane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going there.
He got a free kick, and then everyone's abusing him, so he decided to flip everyone off. As that Swans hit the front, let's go!
This is so distracted.
This
He's
is gonna
talking like
happen.
this. He's talking. We're going to be, oh, wait, I'm going that way.
Apologies to everyone watching out there. I am actually going to try my best to
No, you're doing
stay
well, you're doing
professional. But yeah, so he got a free kick. It was a downfield and a 50, and some blokes over the fence leaning over, like abusing him with I look like a set of tissues.
Yes, I rate that. I
Yeah.
rate that very
That's just
highly.
banter. Come on.
So my lovely fiance Steph was watching, not really paying attention because she doesn't care.
Oh,
And she's like,
does he?
the fans that are the most feral ones are the ones who look least likely to play footy.
that is a very
Let's
good
go right
point.
here. Let's go. That's why Gerald, he's actually the feralist out of all. Come out, Gerald.
Gerald
Show
can
out.
play footy.
Show out like you can't
Gerald
play footy.
is jacked.
I reckon Joe would be a good small forward.
Yeah.
He's
He
saying
would.
he's small.
Yeah.
I am.
Says the small guy.
Yeah, I'm
The
small
little
as well.
guy,
but
back
that's all right.
pocket. Anyway, that's about enough out of today.
Yes.
Did we miss anything out of the North and Melbourne game?
Other than that, we smoked them.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, maybe one thing. Petrarca looks very tired, injured.
Nah.
They played him at full forward.
He's
We'll
old.
get to it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
All
touch
right,
on that.
let's get into the ladder check after round 2. So currently I've
Yes.
got this hit on live. There is about 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter of Sydney and Fremantle. The Swans are in front. So this is what the current live ladder that I'm reading out is. Producer Gerald and the magic of television will give you what the actual ladder is after round 2. So the result could flip. So currently Hawthorn on top, unbeaten, 130%. The Adelaide Croms second, 172%. They've kicked nearly 300 points in 2 games. They
Crazy.
are flying. Giants sit in third with Collingwood and Brisbane both there as well. Gold Coast 6th. Geelong are 7th. North Melbourne are in the 8th.
Yeah,
go.
load up. Get on
End
that.
the season.
Get the season
Call
here.
it off.
We're going to make the finals. You heard it here first.
Going in next, Footscray in 9th. I'm going to leave out the Swans and Fremantle as of reading this because we don't know who's going to win this game. One team's going to have 1 win. The other team's going to be winless. The team that wins this game is probably going to go either 10th or about 13th, I think. So at the moment, Port Adelaide next and Kilda. Richmond with their 1 win. Carlton, Melbourne, Essendon, West Coast make up the bottom 4 currently. Obviously, Fremantle and Sydney, whoever loses will be in the bottom 4 right now. So it is Essendon being 16th is the biggest story at the moment, I think.
Essendon being, yeah.
It's the biggest story and it's also the best.
It is pretty
It
good.
is. We'd love to see it.
All right, Stats Guy, we need to take a look at some of the best markets brought to you by Tabara,
Yes.
of course, the sponsor here on AFL Today. Let's have a look at the Coleman medal. Where do you want to start?
We'll just go in this favourite sort of order and
Okay.
then someone that's a bit of value that you're keen on. So
Oh, yeah.
first couple we'll start on both at $8. First one is Charlie Curnow. Obviously, he didn't do that much. I'm trying to have
This
this up.
price is missing a 0.
So he's $8 with Tab at the moment, which I'm not that keen on because I think there's a bit more value and a bit of other guys that
Yeah.
are kicking more goals at the moment.
I don't
So-
want to have anything to do with Charlie Curnow in the Coleman medal.
Yeah, so same price, which I think is the better bet right now, is Nick Larkey. Suva he kicked 5 last week, 3 this week, so he's already got 8 goals in 2 weeks.
Tipped him at the start of the season.
You tipped him at the start of the season. He's already dropped in price a fair bit. But so next couple of weeks, he's going to keep kicking goals. So I jump on him now at $8 because
Yep.
I reckon he could get down to 7 or 6. And then the other sort of in the favourites is Jeremy Cameron. He's at $9.
Don't want anything to do with him either.
He is pushing up the ground a little bit more, but I think because the Cats are going to be good still. I know
Yep.
they lost to the Saints. I think he's really good value with Tab
Yeah.
too.
Thriller.
This is the value pick.
Big thrill. I saw him strutting ass up close yesterday at the MCG. God, he is a just scary looking man. He's got the beard back.
Yes.
He's jacked. He was playing on a part-time footballer, Ben Mackay, I know, but he looked excellent. The only problem is Darcy Fogarty looks really good too and may take some goals off him. So that's the problem. But if Thriller can get on a run, which I think he can, he's going to win a Coleman one day, but he's $17 right now. I think that could be worth a bet.
Yeah, I reckon even just to get a bit of cash flow because it's going to be dropping down the next
Yep.
couple of weeks, especially Adelaide have got North next week. And even if North can put up a fight, he's going to kick a lot of goals.
Well, this could be a shootout between Thriller and
Suva.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd
we
be really
could
good.
see a really high scoring game next weekend.
Oh, I'm very worried
That'd be
already as a
fun.
North fan, but we can talk about that later.
You've won your game.
Yeah, we're good.
And the Premiership, Hawthorn still your favourites at $6. And you and I have mentioned this for the first
this is
3 weeks of the
outrageous.
season. The market is overreacting every week to a win or a loss. We
Yep.
saw, who was it in round one? We said, who was it that was shorter than the Swans all of a sudden after one win?
Oh, I can't remember now. It would have been,
Yeah.
or Hawks definitely were,
Yeah.
and then there was another team. I can't remember.
I kind of,
Giants probably?
It was something silly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Adelaide are now $13. They're like 50s to start their season.
No way should Adelaide. Okay, they can make the finals because a lot of people
I
you
should-
tipped them for the finals, Adelaide.
6th.
But in terms of with Tab, $13, people are jumping on it. I'd stay away from that in
Yeah,
the Premiership.
yeah, that's a bit too short. If they get to like 4-5-0, and you might have to take $11 or something. Just wait because they've played. Where have they played? St Kilda and Essendon to start.
And then they play North, so they're going to get another win, and they'll probably drop even more. But then in a few more weeks, you can probably get them at a better price.
Yeah, like wait till about round 6 or 7 before you start chopping in. Unless you've got like good prices about a few other teams, like wait and see. Like Adelaide and GWS on the April week
that's gonna
after
be a good
gather
game.
round. That's sort of the litmus test, I think.
Yep.
But yeah, I reckon that's about it from our friends at Tab before we get into the round 2 results.
Imagine what you could be buying instead.
All right, let's get into it. The results from round 2. Thursday night, the MCG, Carlton 8-12-60, defeated by Hawthorn 12-8-80 in a game that won't be one for the highlights packages. But hey, Hawthorn are 3-0. They are doing what they need to do, which is win, win, win. Leo, take it away.
It's a bit harsh. I thought it was a very high intensity game.
Hawthorn are box office.
The skills are a little bit left to be desired.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
The conditions didn't help.
First half,
Carlton were always going to come out and be like, yeah, we were embarrassed. We're going to show some fight and some pride for the club. And they got knackered.
Yeah, they were leading at
knackered.
half time. As you said, they got knackered. The big thing about this is when Vossi said they can't. They do run out games after the reporter said, "Oh, you have a struggle running out of games." No, I think we're pretty good. We had heaps of inside 50s.
Did you see-
Mate, you didn't kick a goal in the last quarter.
The stat. Carlton have lost second halves this season, 16-6-102 to 4-15-39. If that's running out games well, I'm a 100-metre sprinter.
Bang!
All you have to see is Nick Watson run past Cripps
Yeah.
for the final goal. Cripps was
He looked cooked.
knackered, and I feel so sorry for him.
He's trying his guts out.
He's trying.
He
his
was
guts
really,
out.
he was still solid.
And I'm actually more concerned the comment Vossi made. He said, "Oh, Kerno actually did what we wanted him to.
What?
Nothing?
Nothing. yeah.
Battle dominated him.
Yes.
And Kerno, he was awful. He was genuinely awful, I thought.
So the thing about Carlton is it's all well and good to have the best ruckman, the best midfielder,
DeConing was
the
so
best
good.
forward, and the best defender in the game. That's good if you're playing under 14s. Unfortunately, at the AFL level, your next 14 plays need to be somewhat decent.
Yep.
That is a very good point. They genuinely looked good in the first half. When the conditions were a bit tougher, they adapted to the conditions. I had sitting around a lot of Carlton fans are like, oh, this is the Carlton we want to see. And then they just dropped off a cliff. Because even like Cripps, Chero was really good, especially in the first. Hewitt was really good in the first half. A lot of their sort of guys, but the depth.
So
they
the
just
thing
drop
is,
away.
we've tried to keep a good relationship with all the clubs here, but we also need to call a spade a spade. You look at the bottom 10 players of Carlton's list. They're not walking into every team in the AFL when you think about it. Like, I'll give Lucas Campriali an aside because
See, he puked coming out for after half time.
Was he nervous?
From
or-
the huddle,
Yeah.
he stopped like 3 times, and then when he got to the wing next to D'Ambrosio, he forced himself to puke.
Maybe he was sick.
What
He
a-
was.
or he
They
chugged too much Gatorade.
they put everything in that first half.
Yeah.
Wow.
but it's like Cowan, Hayes, Fogarty, Kemp, Lord.
Just the depth. Yeah.
They're not getting games in any other teams.
Mate, what about
And then
your-
you see what always was quite good today for West Coast. Kennedy was good for the Western
Yeah,
Bulldogs. It's
Kennedy's
like
been good.
you've thrown everything at 5 dudes.
Yeah, legit. I just was saying that Hawks are the best team. I know we said it last year, Hawk ball and all that. I love watching the Hawks. I know you said you weren't at your best.
Yeah, I don't think we're at our
when
best.
you
No, you
start
won't.
when you start flowing forward though, it is so fast. You
I
got the
think-
Wizard was like setting up a lot of goals.
Yeah,
he proved that he could get a lot of the ball without just scoring goals.
I think our midfield needs a bit of work. Tom de Koning was superb.
He was great.
He destroyed Meek.
Yeah.
I think, like their mid sort of fed off de Koning's energy a bit better. Yeah. I think our mids did work into the game a bit, but overall a bit of work needed. I think Warple's a huge out.
Yeah.
Underrated out. And I also think we were a bit too cute with the football. The football.
What are you going there?
No, we were. I think for the conditions, we were just a little bit.
Trying
We
to
weren't
chip it
taking the
around.
first option sometimes.
Yep.
We're going into tackles and running ourselves into trouble. But if we're 3-0 and
You
the only
take it,
way is
yeah.
up, hopefully the improvement comes.
It feels like you're looking for the bye already, though. You've thrown everything into this first.
But we've got a
weeks.
9-day break against GWS
Oh.
and then the bye, so I'm happy
Yeah.
with
You're
that.
not even playing at your best, and you're still getting dubbed. So you'll take that every day. Chol as well got 3 goals. He's just doing enough,
Mate,
that man.
he was
He's building. He
Legacy
does,
season.
He does one good thing a quarter. I've heard from
Legacy.
legacies that get stuffed.
Legacy.
He just jogs
The
around.
streets will never forget this season for Marby or Child.
All Australian.
Maybe.
No. Watson still all
What's he
Australian.
paying for the Coleman?
A lot.
Get stuffed.
A lot. Do we want anything else to touch on this game, or that's enough?
Josh Batter was awesome, but I can touch on it later.
Yes.
Okay, and no Harry Mackay. He was a laid out, so that actually did hurt Carlton. Anyway, fan bases, Carlton fans like, hello, darkness, my old friend.
I did not think I'd hear you sing that. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Hawthorn, they're just like this, sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're pretty happy.
I'm pretty happy
Oh my
right
God.
now.
Unfortunately, our boss, Adam, massive Hawthorn fan, loves it.
There's too many Hawks fans in this office.
I've just casually warned him how good the Swans started last season.
And yes.
Premierships are won in September, pal. Relax.
What about February, though?
Not even
Maybe.
there.
When North
Anyway.
won a preseason game.
Friday night at the MCG, Footscray. Change it to Footscray forever. It's great. 10-10-70,
Footscray.
defeated by Collingwood. 10-16-76 in front of 78,000 at the MCG. It's all well and good for Footscray to want to play this game at the MCG and
Not
everything.
against Collingwood.
You played it against Collingwood,
That's what I
which
said,
makes
yeah.
it a Collingwood home game because there's more Collingwood fans that show up. We're going to talk about it straight away. The umpiring in this game was not up to standard.
The very first goal was Sam Darcy shouldn't have got a free kick. Oh, was it a free kick? Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was, but
Yeah.
I just remember watching the very first goal and you're like, oh, this is not a good
But I
start by the
think
umpires.
it favoured heavily for.
It ended
Yeah.
up favouring heavy Collingwood.
33 free kicks to 14, and I love Collingwood fans going, sucked in Western Bulldogs. Remember when you won the 2016 grand final? I'll tell you what, I remember. But this umpiring, we're not going to make a song and dance about umpiring all year.
No, that's
So-
not our job.
Get it out of the way right now. The umpiring in this game, for this game was not up to standard. It wasn't good enough. People who are saying it's rigged and everything else, no, stop being stupid. Professionals can have a bad day.
Yep.
But these professionals had a shocking day.
I
You have
do
a
it-
bad-
I do it every
Yeah,
time.
That's 4 out of 5 days a week. I work with you. The umpiring wasn't up to standard. The depth perception of umpires this season is gone. They don't know what 15 metres is. It's just
Oh,
shocking.
they did that in the North game
Yeah.
too. I think there was a thing in round 2. You know how like they have a thing
Rule
umpires
of the
concentrate-
week.
Rule of the week. They need to stop doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's enough about that. All right,
Yep.
let's get into the game. Sam Darcy's going to be worth $2 million a year.
He should have kicked
Oh,
6.
he was so
shoulda
good.
How many posters were in this game, by the way?
Yeah, like 5.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. He
was amazing.
I know he was amazing, but it kind of feel like if he kicked the ones he should have kicked.
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they
but
would've
without
won.
him, they wouldn't have even been.
Yeah, I
in the
know.
game.
By the way, he's now the Bulldogs' most important player.
100%.
Even with Bont,
Yep.
Liam Jones, he is them. If he goes out and they bring back Bont, Jones, Jamara, I still think that you'd get the same output, to be honest.
Yeah.
They were.
He's
yeah.
so crucial to them.
Stephen May tweeting out during the game was like, I'm in trouble.
Did he say that?
He didn't say that, but he's basically like, all
Sam
us
Darcy's-
defenders playing on
Yeah.
him, it's going to suck, which is like,
Well, 'cause
I'm in trouble.
The thing is, you can't do anything.
He's so tall.
He's reach.
You're just like there fighting, grappling for an inch, and he's just like, yep. Yep, sure.
But it's
Boing.
like there's a lot of players that are that tall. It's just his hands.
He's athletic.
Athletic. His hands are amazing. There was a few times I think it was Richards and Bailey Dale sends it inside 50. It was like a helicopter, and he just went bang, like just stuck. And you just need that as a tall forward. So that was awesome.
So, yeah, and then you talk about it. So, Dale and Richards were fantastic. Libba was everywhere. Like it was
Libba
a
was so
it was a
good.
legacy
Libba.
Footscray game for the Dogs with Libba and Darcy like popping
dads
up.
in the crowd.
You needed Riley West to kick the winner or something just to top it all off. It was a good game of footy. Like it was.
I really enjoyed it.
I enjoyed
Yeah,
it too.
It was
Yeah.
it was
It was really
brutal.
good. Probably one of the games of the year so far, I would say. In my opinion.
three
Definitely
I know, I'm
game,
just saying,
game of the
yeah.
round for me.
Yeah.
It was.
Steel side bottom had a moment that he'd want to forget.
He made up for it.
He absolutely crapped his dacks when the
He
footy
did,
when
he
he
did.
heard some footsteps.
That was a great goal by Fraser
Yeah,
too.
the Dogs then go in and kick a goal, but then what some younger players would do is they'd go into their hole, they'd give up, and they'd be like, oh no. He's like, nah, brush it off, move on, kicks the match winner.
Yeah, he was awesome. 22 disposals, 2 goals, and you're right, he had the redemption moment there. He was awesome. I saw a few tweets about it, but they did the red, white, and blue haircut. Did you guys see that? So Richards is the obviously the red head. Vandermeer has the white hair, and Lobb has the blue hair. So there you go. They were standing on next to each other. It looked like a Bulldog.
Is that in their 5th chapter that's coming
out?
Yeah,
with the 5th chapter. But we've hardly talked about the Pies. Like they did well to just keep kicking away.
Well, they were down 22-0. So
exactly.
The way to work back into it was really good. Dacos, I thought, was very good.
Lockie Schultz was fantastic.
Schultz was awesome.
That's one of his best games as a Pie.
It's his best game as a Pie.
I thought Dan McStay had one of the worst games.
It was so bad.
I think he cost them about 4 goals.
So he was 1 goal
the
3.
butchering from 20 metres out.
It was 3-on-1, I think, if people didn't see it. And he's literally had to just either pass it to his teammate or have a shot on goal. Yeah. He ended up with 1 goal 3. I talked him up. He was going to kick 4 goals, or at least 2 plus, and he's kicked 1 goal 3.
To go, he looked unfit too.
He did. And sad news about Reef McInnes doing his ACL. That sucks.
Yes.
And Dacos, you can say what you want that some of his disposals weren't as effective. He was awesome. I don't care what you say. 39 disposals. He looked back and looked very fit. So you'd love to see that.
Bob Hill also scary when he gets near the footy. Our fans, the Dogs are just like, can we be called Footscray every week? And what the hell, man?
I don't think they'd be too upset though. The Dogs.
He's still lost.
I think if they beat Carlton next week with all their
players out,
and they're 2-1, and they lost by a kick.
We were saying they could be 1-5.
Yeah, so if they're 2-1, because I think they'll beat Carlton.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the end of the world for
Does
them.
this mean North have a chance against Collingwood? Shut up.
No, we don't. And Collingwood, they're just like, sweet, another win. That first round, just an anomaly. Let's move on.
Absolutely. And they're very lucky they get another game of the G.
Saturday, MCG, I was there in the flesh. Essendon 15-10-100. You think before the game, if you said Essendon will kick 15 goals, Zach Merritt will have 36 and kick 4, you'd be like, oh, sick, Essendon have won. Nah! Adelaide, 25-11, 161.
161. Leo called this on our season preview. The year that I get off Adelaide.
Oh, yes.
I said last year was their year, Adelaide. And they're like, no, Stats guy, stuff you. We're going to be good the year after.
Alex knows ball.
I don't know about that one.
Called it.
Let us know in the comments.
Called it. This was, so watching this, we'll talk about Adelaide first before getting into Essendon. This was quite simply a large talent gap with an even larger work rate gap.
Yep.
Adelaide were working and running so hard, and it was so obvious that the Essendon players were not up for it except for 2 blokes. It was insane.
I used those 2 blokes, obviously Merritt. Caldwell.
Ben McAllion.
Caldwell, I think. Ben McAllion.
But it's like,
wow.
They'd take a mark on their defensive 50, and then all of a sudden they would find an outlet. Oh no, there's no space. Someone would sprint into space, chip mark, chip mark, chip mark. It's how Rankin ended up kicking like one of the goals of the year so far just by doing that.
That was sick, that goal.
Jordan Dawson was everywhere. He's had 33 disposals. Crouch,
he's back.
32. Saligo had 27 and 2. You actually don't really notice Jake Saligo too much when watching at the ground.
In and under a bit,
Yeah, you notice Jordan Dawson. You notice Ben Keys. He just loves playing against.
Is awesome.
The last 2 games, he's had 9 goals and 44 disposals against Essendon. Ben Keys, he loves it.
He gave Jackson Pryor a bit of a bath. It was good. Then obviously the forward lines, it worked. You had Rochelle popping up with 4, Keys 4, Thriller and Fogg 3 each, Saligo 2, Rankin 2. They were 40 points up with 40 minutes to go, and Matthew Nix is like, Isaac wouldn't, sit down, pal.
I didn't mind
just
that.
Just putting like foot on the throat, like, you know what I mean?
Essendon are like, oh no, they're subbing out their best player.
It's just like arrogance at its finest.
It's very annoying for Supercoach though.
Very annoying for that.
Because he could have had like 140.
I don't have him, so.
Very annoying for someone who took a multi with him to have 20.
Anyway,
but this game was all about Adelaide. Obviously, I know you say, but they let in 15 goals. They were going to kick 40 if they wanted to.
Yeah.
So they were fantastic. Like there was no sort of bad, like anything bad out of this for Adelaide anywhere on the ground. I thought everyone did their job. Like even players like Cumming and Mark Keane, who didn't get much of the footy, were good. Sid Draper has to be in the 18. Like he's got to start.
The other one that was
his
really
attack on the footy is insane.
Do you guys rate Josh Worrell? He's been really good.
I went to school with him.
Yeah.
Really?
Frank,
there you go. Yeah, but no one talks him up. I think
he's very good.
People talking about him on the radio. They're going, we need to talk about him more. I was like, yes, he was really good again, and I think he's a very, very underrated player.
All right, we got to get to Essendon because obviously we're going to run out of time here.
Oh no!
If you didn't have Zach Merritt, you would finish 2nd or 3rd last.
I think they might.
I'm actually
even with that. I've had Essendon fans in my comments. I put up a video this morning saying, we're probably going to finish bottom 4 anyway. Zach Merritt could have kicked 7.
He was unbelievable.
He gave a couple off. He passed one that he should have had a shot for and kicked.
Yes.
He's had 36. There was one point where he's run about 80 odd meters. and there's 6 Crows around him and no one else, and he's just like, you would not. It's just like if he just goes, nah, stuff it, I'm done.
Essendon fans wouldn't even be mad. It's like one of those players. Who was the other player you were saying? Cripps. Like those sort of players that are just heart and soul of your club, going to get like 2 or 3 votes at most games.
They deserve better. They should just both leave.
Yeah.
I had a beer with some Essendon fans after the game, and they were like, we should trade him. Get 3 first-rounders for him.
Because
they'll
get smashed every week.
Because they've drafted so well.
But it's like completely bottom out. It's like we're doing no good anyway, and he deserves better than this. So
how old is he now?
Jai Caldwell was also fantastic. Sardis, if he learns how to kick, will be a very good footballer.
Yeah, he had 25 disposals. Obviously, still young and raw. He had a few turnovers, but he'll be really good because he can find the footy so easily.
Tom Edwards also throws himself at the footy with reckless abandon. He's got a bit of the Zach Butters about him, but he kicked 3 and was pretty good.
Yeah, he was a teacher last year.
Yeah,
and now he's on the big stage.
He needs a protein shake. I'll tell you that much. He's a skinny man.
That's all right. He'll build up.
Yeah,
looks like he hasn't seen the sun.
Yeah, fan bases. Essendon are like, yeah, this sucks. We suck. This is great. It's fine. It's totally fine. Cool.
Maybe they're doing the opposite to last year.
Yeah.
Start bad, finish strong.
I like it.
I don't know why I just said something positive first.
And Adelaide are just like, this is great. Where has this been?
Nick's in.
Yeah.
No, I'm still not sold. Who do they play? Saints and Essendon. Come on, guys.
Chad Warner bombs it. And
or are the Saints back?
misses.
I don't know.
The Saints are back and Essendon will win next week.
Saturday, twilight, Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide, 21-14, 140, destroyed Richmond, 9-14, 68. Quick bit of come to Jesus meeting there for Richmond after last week.
Come to Jesus.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well,
like saw the light.
Well, it's like, no, they're like so up and about, lids off, all this and that. And it's like, crashing back down to earth, boys.
That was a funny reference.
Tim Taranto was terrible.
Yeah, so Kane Collins was having a field day on Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I love Kane Collins.
I don't. I'm still on the fence with that man. But he was saying, you guys think he's top 150? Richo bite back, bit back. Why can't I say bit? Bit back at him on Twitter going, or even the best players can have bad weeks, Kano. But he's spot on, Kane Collins. Taranto is just not being good. It doesn't help that he's in one of the worst teams.
Yes.
But you've still got to stand up and show
Absolutely,
something. Like
yeah.
Jacob Hopper cracks in all day, 6 clearances. I know, like, you look at SuperCoach points, that sometimes it's not that. It's like you've got no one to kick it to, but you're crashing in all day, doing your best. He didn't lay a tackle, which was a worry for me, but Rosie, 39-2. Wines, 33. Jace Burgoyne, breakout season. Hello.
Yes.
32 and a goal. Kane Farrell, the new Dan Houston, 31. Bogue, 28. Joey Richards, 25. Like Logan Evans, 24.
Joe Richards' legacy game. He was
Didn't
really
they have like
good.
nearly 500 disposals or something?
Yeah, something
Really?
like that. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
What about your
478 to 279. Like it was a straight up paddling.
Did you get rid of Power Pepper in your Supercoach
No, I
team?
kept him.
Oh, good. He kicked 3 goals and had a fair few touches.
I
as
don't
well.
want to talk about Supercoach.
Yeah, he's broken man. But he did kick a couple of nice goals. Sam Power Pepper.
The one on the boundary.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Georgiades kick 4. Willie bopped up with 3. Like this was just a good confidence booster that the Power needed.
Yep.
Like they got belted. We knew they're not that bad, but they needed to show something. That's a push in the back.
Stop commentating.
Richmond will win more than 2 games this year.
Yeah, they will.
They'll win 3 games.
They'll win
They
3
even
or
finished
4.
strong. Like sometimes they could have lost that by like 200.
They could have been blown off the park.
And they
completely.
kicked 68 points,
I
which
think
isn't
they
that
were.
bad. Yeah, no, but they kicked 68
It could have been
points.
so much worse. Like watching the game, they did not stop trying all day. When a team comes in off a bye, they're a bit sort of, how are you going? And if it's like a Perth
Did
team,
you
that's
just call
the trouble.
Carlton a bye?
Hey.
Yeah. But if a team coming off a bye like later in the season plays Richmond at the MCG, Richmond will give them a scare.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
Fan bases, Port Adelaide, like sick, back on track. We needed that.
Yeah, that Power fans would be very happy because they're like, oh crap, are we really that bad? At least they've smashed Richmond. They can go, oh, we didn't lose to Richmond like Carlton, and they'll be back on track hopefully now. But Lukosius is a big out because they've already got a lot of injuries, Port.
Their forward line's a worry if Georgiades doesn't fire.
Essendon at Marvel on Thursday.
Port Adelaide. And Port have that
Port
really
have a
good-
great record
yeah.
at Marvel. Jump on the Power. Get around.
And Richmond are like, at least we beat Carlton.
Yeah, they can hold on to it for
the
a few
rest of
more
the
weeks.
season, they're going to say that.
That's
At least we beat Carlton.
Yeah.
That should,
Tony the ball! Sorry, I'm watching it.
It's actually entertaining, but
Saturday night, Marvel Stadium, as we continue on there. St Kilda, 15-8-98 defeat Geelong, 13-13-91. Leo, you were
My
there.
beloved Saints,
they finally did
they're
something.
making the finals, baby.
you think he
go
goes
on
for
the
the
same.
Saints.
Yeah, true. Actually, nah, mate. This is what I tell you. This is what I do. I call
Mystic.
things. I call
Some of your
things.
mates call you Mystic, don't they?
No, they call me Wisdom.
Oh, Wisdom. That's it. Why do I think Mystic? I knew it was one.
Mystic Mullaly.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
What? I'm just right.
Well, no,
You can't
it's
disprove
2 games in, mate.
I said they could beat Geelong,
You did.
and then I tipped Geelong.
So that's 4 games in a row. That's
Joe was the other one. That
yeah. I was trying to get my stat out. That's 4 games in a row at Marvel that they've beaten Geelong. So Geelong don't obviously like going to Marvel. That's their sort of bogey
away
team.
game.
Away game as well, yeah, of course. But they were awesome. The start they had to this game, you were there earlier. They looked like prime St Kilda, like when they were
Prime St Kilda.
like prime St Kilda when they made the granny. They're not that
We're
good.
talking 2010s.
Yeah, they looked unbelievable. Higgins looked like Stevie
Higgins
Milne.
was great.
He had 4 goals.
Jack McRae.
But this
was
also
great.
shows that footy tipping makes a fool of us all. Geelong win by 80 points last week. St Kilda lost by 63, had to travel, had a 6-day break.
What would have been your lock of the round if you
Adelaide.
had? Oh, that's
Adelaide
easy to
were
say
my
now.
lock. No,
but
Adelaide they were my big calls, team of the round.
Fair.
Sort of start of the
Probably-
season.
I would have said
Port or
Brisbane.
Brisbane.
Yeah. But outside that, I probably would have gone third Geelong because Geelong looked so good last week. Then they go to Marvel and absolutely cook it.
But St Kilda were just tougher at the footy and at the
Yep.
contest, but also you had Nasiah Wanganeen-Malira deciding to have one of the greatest football games ever. With
He is so good. He's just so classy.
Silky.
He's
Yeah.
silky. Just everything you want in a football.
He's a cool man.
But Windhager, Sinclair, McRae, Jack Higgins kicking 4. Like, it's all the plays that you want if you're a St Kilda fan. You want to see them do this week after week after week. They do it 1 in 3. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Caminiti down back.
Yeah.
I liked
Oh,
it.
I didn't
He
even
did have a couple of almost howlers in the last quarter, though.
Yeah, he did. They were hanging on at the end there.
Oh, yeah.
But they deserved it.
They did. Windhager gave it to Max Holmes. He absolutely destroyed him in the first half there.
Yeah.
And he kicked a couple of goals to go with himself. But when Jezza got up the field,
He was playing wing.
yeah, that's when they got into the game, though.
Yeah, because they need to get his hands on the ball because he can just set up goals. He can kick goals. He can do a bit of everything. They were down by, 40 odd?
Something like that.
40, yeah.
40, I'm pretty sure. And then they came back to get it back within 7. So the Cats are really strong. I think they just had a bit of a brain fade. Talking to lots of Cats fans, all the Cats fans aren't happy with the Irish players. O'Connor and Mullen.
How do you say his name?
Oisin Mullen.
O'Sheen.
Yeah, Oisin, yeah.
O'Sheen.
The Irish citizen over here. That's clearly watching the Swans game at the moment. We'll stay on our camera.
Yeah, Mullen's not very-
Mullen has had a stinker to start this year. O'Connor, just the kicking, the defending, just... I don't know if they need to change position or need to be dropped because,
Maybe
Chris got...
sent home.
No, we're not going to banish them. It's all
I'm
good.
just meant to their house, so they weren't going to play.
the house in Dublin.
What were you thinking
No,
about?
County Kilkenny,
County
who
Kil-
also won at Aubrey on Thursday.
Oh, yes, there you go. Shout out to
I like
punters.
Kilkenny.
But yeah, I think the Irish guys and a few other, they weren't really stepping up. Even Nevitt was pretty solid again. I thought he was
Geelong without Bailey Smith, is
Missed-pace.
their midfield bottom 4?
No.
I said no, but this was coming from one of my mates. They said
Nah.
he
You
said
got Max
without
Holmes in
Bailey
there.
Smith, they have a bottom 4 midfield.
Max Holmes was really good in the second half.
No.
I disagreed. I'm
this
just
including-
posing the question?
Are we saying without Dangerfield and Tom Stewart being injured?
It was just without Bailey Smith.
It's not bottom 4.
Yeah,
they made
I
a
don't think
prelim
so.
last year without Bailey Smith.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I
Either.
think on paper it's not very good at all, but they get the job done.
So. Do you think it's bottom 4? That's
Nah,
it.
maybe like bottom
5,
6.
bottom 6.
I don't know. I'll think about it during the week.
Okay.
Get back to me.
Rowan Marshall had a great game. He needed to bounce back as well after a
Yeah.
poor performance the week before against the Crows.
Yeah.
I thought he was fantastic.
He was probably a bit underdone from injury and things like that
Yeah,
last
he
week.
had a hip issue going to the start of the season. But anyway, St Kilda just denied Geelong the ball and they were just simply too good. Well done. And
The Saints, you got to talk up the Saints. We were talking a lot of crap about the Saints the last couple of weeks.
Not
so
me.
good on-
Not this guy.
Not this guy over here.
Not this guy over here.
fan bases, St Kilda are like, can we do that every week?
Where's that,
I
that
just
famous TikTok
point
girl
out-
that goes,
She did it. She did
Go
it.
Marjorie
Sure.
again.
She did it. Saints fans, low key, very feral.
Really?
I don't
Yes,
want
tell
to
me.
put off. I don't want to put off the Saints fans watching this, but I
We've
went
given them
last
a dig.
night. I love your club. I'm going for them to make finals, but some of your fans were very, very feral for a club that my dad was born last time. You guys won a flag.
Oh, they've got the straight.
like I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just kind of like
Just calm down.
just let calm down a bit, win a final, build some momentum, build your arrogance. It's round 2. Come on, like you just got smashed by Adelaide.
Fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I still love you, Saints, but just
Just
Mark
calm
and
it
Tom are not going to be happy with me on that.
No,
one.
they're not.
But-
And Geelong fans are like, what the hell, man? Like, what's going on here?
Geelong do that during the year though. They've lost to the Saints the last couple of years, and then they always have a random
They
one.
lost to Freo and GWS at home last
Yeah,
year.
so they'll be fine though. I think Geelong. They just had a bit of a blip, and they'll be good.
All right, let's hear from our friends at the Tab.
Tonight's game's going to be epic.
Missed by one on the AFL? With Tab, you can stay in the game. Miss by one on any disposals leg, and Tab will still pay you out as a winner. Tab. We're on.
Imagine what you could be buying instead.
All right, let's get up to the Gabba where apparently Jason Ackermanis thought 28 degrees and 78% humidity was too much for playing AFL football. You can literally hear the CTE as he talks.
Oh.
Who decided to give him a platform? Bloody seriously.
Oh, jeez.
It's a sport. Get over it.
Welcome back, viewers.
Yeah.
We're on the happy podcast.
Jason Ackermanis saying dumb stuff caught my attention today. I'm sorry, stats guy.
I love Acker. He came down to my club. I don't know if I've told you this.
He's big on Bitcoin or Zootcoin or whatever it's
Oh, is
called. Yeah. Anyway, we nearly had one of the great upsets here.
We nearly.
Brisbane 14-10-94 defeated West Coast 11-9-75.
What a comeback by West Coast from last week. Bloody hell.
If you watch this game in the first quarter, you would have thought that the Brisbane Lions were the 10-goal underdog.
Yeah. Yep.
West Coast were all over them. They came out, they had intensity, ferocity at the ball, and they were using it correctly. Brisbane was sort of just like, yeah, this would be fine, we'll work it out. But
Do you reckon they just took it a bit easy?
I think
I reckon
so.
they did. They did. But Lachie Neale was like, oh, I don't have someone following me everywhere. This is great.
Yeah.
He had a
Even
bit-
if you don't have a specific tag of West Coast, I know that they were up a lot of the game. Wouldn't you rather just put someone like in it? Because
Yeah, a
he
bit of a
dominated.
negator.
Like even if
Who do
it's
they
just,
have, though?
doesn't matter. You can
could have
put
had
anyone.
Jamie
Does
Cripps.
matter, though.
Could have had Jamie Cripps run with him.
Nah,
Nah, he's
doesn't
too
have the
slow.
engine.
Yeah, and doesn't have the engine. But
Rotate overs. They need someone to run with him.
Yeah.
With a physical presence.
the Eagles' pressure was awesome. I think you wrote that. They were just up for it. You could just see that they had a bit of confidence in him. Maybe it was the fact that Liam Ryan was back in the team. I think he got 3 goals in the
Flying
end, Alex.
Ryan.
Yeah.
He was really good. He's one of my favourite players ever to watch, and I'm glad he's
Ever?
back. He is. I think he's just so exciting. I'm not saying he's the best player, but in terms of my players I want to watch, Liam Flying Ryan is in there because he can just take a big mark and kick some goals. Dewar,
He was awesome.
he looked like prime small forward.
He
like,
ran out of gas.
Prime Liam Ryan.
He ran out of gas terribly late in the game. Like, he was cooked. But in the first half, he was like electric. He was unbelievable. So he's a player like, if you're a West Coast fan, you're like, yeah, him. He's our future. That guy. Oh God, Peter Laddams.
Look at him go.
Yeah, he's
Go
just
Laddams. Sprinted out of the city.
Peter Laddams has just kicked it to I don't know what Peter Laddams is doing. But
doesn't know what
anyway,
he's doing.
back to this. Harris Andrews was phenomenal.
He's a beast.
Anytime the ball was in his vicinity, it's just like, yeah, I'll take that. Bang, golden fish straight out of bounds. He had a phenomenal game. Like, he probably won't get Brownlow votes for it, but in like the best and fairest for the
might.
club,
Yeah.
he'll definitely get votes.
20 disposals, 12 marks, and a lot of spoils. Like I
Yeah.
reckon it was about at least 7 spoils. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was awesome.
So the thing is with West Coast, and this is, we said last week how we didn't think much of West Coast, like just in general. They were up 8-4 at halftime.
So
they
good.
kicked 3 more goals for the rest of the game to 10. You're playing the defending premier, so yeah, they've got some injuries. But as a West Coast fan base and media in general, if West Coast show this effort every week, you're like, okay, if you go 2-20, which you shouldn't,
No, they'll be all right, I think.
yeah, they'll win some games off this effort alone because they were just cooked late. It's early in the season. It's a better team, fitter team. Like if this was I don't know, maybe like an Essendon, St Kilda, like that sort of level, they may have knocked them off.
Yeah.
But they didn't have enough. Like Bailey Williams went down and he got subbed off, and they had to play Ruben Gibney in the ruck.
Did they really?
Gibney.
Don't tell me
Jimmy,
they're bringing in Flynn after I traded him out.
I've kept him in.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. He didn't play. That's all right.
God
But
damn
the other one that was really good, I thought, was Ryan Marrick. I think he ended up with 20.
Marek.
Oh, Marrick.
I don't know, actually.
I think it is Marrick, actually. But 26 disposals for a young guy. At least we have a few young guys that are coming through, showing a bit for the Eagles.
You said we.
As in
We.
AFL fantasy. I'm not a
Fantasy.
Everything I say.
Everything I say.
Everything I say is, hey, what are you talking about, mate? What am I talking about? I don't know. But at least we got some young guys coming through for the Eagles is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I just get the ick when you speak.
Cam Rayner
Yeah,
and Sam Day were abysmal.
Abysmal?
They were nowhere to be seen. But so Callum Dick, obviously we had him on the show during the week. He wrote a very good piece after the game for Code in the Courier Mail. He said it was very telling that some of these players maybe don't trust Day as of yet because they had a chance to hit Day early in the first quarter, but they decided to kick it to Calamarchi in a 2-on-1. So it's like, okay, maybe you're still not all there. You're new to the club.
Yep.
It's one of those things. Logan Morris. He
can
should be the number one forward.
For those playing along at home, Alex has put in, I like Logan Morris in the run
As a
sheet.
guy,
If you
as a
like him
player,
so much,
as
you
a
should ask
dude.
him out.
Hey.
Yeah, he's a very good
you
player.
give me the nickname.
There are 4 dudes cramping in the middle of the field right now. They're just throwing it out there as the Swans are just charging for, oh my God, they're going to manage to
Are we
stuff
going to
this up.
live stream the end of this game?
Are we up to the Swans on the run sheet?
We nearly are. Find a target.
Find a target.
But no, so Logan Morris, I think he's the one that should be the key focus out of the goal square
Over
for them.
Hippie.
Isn't he like a third forward though? He hasn't got the height.
But
for the
Eric
key.
Hipwood can't be the main forward.
He's not a big
He
mark.
didn't
yeah.
do enough in the game there. Amani! Sorry.
Get into Brisbane to be the.
Oh, the bell's gone. Brisbane
The
got the
bell's
job
gone.
done. They're the reigning premiers at now for a reason. Even though they
Yeah.
didn't play well, they still got the job done.
Yeah. At Brisbane, they're just like, thank God you got to bank those wins. That was scary. And West Coast fans like, as long as we can bring that effort every week, we should be fine.
Yep.
Now, we move on to Sunday at Marvel Stadium. Stats guy, this is all about you.
Join in the chorus.
4 minutes
Nah.
of the Stats Guy podcast.
5 minutes. Have we got 4 minutes?
North
or what have we got?
Melbourne, 1911-125, demolished the Melbourne Demons, 9-12-66. Joel Amati has put the Swans in front.
Oh, who
Let's
cares?
go.
Who cares? This
Yes,
game's
go
not even
North,
done. North won.
North.
Leo was there.
Sorry, apologies to North fans and Melbourne fans. There's 2 minutes to go, but Stats guy.
Oh my God. I finally get to talk us up on this show. Marcus on the Thursday night show was willing us for a win. He said, North, just do it for this show. We wanted a bit of positive for North. First half though, it's one of the scrappiest games I've ever watched.
What
You
did
saw
I
it.
text you at quarter time?
I think you said the same thing. Scrappy, poor game,
was
poor
like-
kicking, like
North Melbourne were just like killing themselves or shooting themselves in the foot
that's
with
it.
terrible forward entries. They were 4 goals 10 at one point.
yeah, 4 goals, 10.
They kicked 15-1.
Yeah, after that, yeah, it was unbelievable. The accuracy was crazy. You could just kick it over our heads and everything was going right. A few people text me, North on steroids. No, we're just good. We're back. We're back.
just good.
No, I'm just joking. We're
That's
not
the quote for the thumbnail.
We're not
We're
that good.
just good.
The counterpoint for the D's is, and we'll let Stats Guy talk about this game
Yep.
a bit more generally. So first of all, Cherry Monster's gone. But Melbourne looked like they were flat as a tacker on the 7-day backup after playing in the pouring rain in a slog against GWS.
Excuses. We played in the hot box of Marvel Stadium.
the hot box.
Yeah, but also extra day off. You've got a younger list. I thought you did everything that could have gone right for you did go right. But talk about some of these kids, because you did a lot of it without
Sheasel
Harry
didn't
Sheasel.
play that well. You've obviously got PC, Paul Curtis. That's his
PC.
best game of his career. 3 goals, I think about 20 disposals. That's easily his best game of his career. Alex is very animated with the Sydney game, and I'm trying to
It was
concentrate
a
here.
throw, sorry.
Cherry, as Alex mentioned, that's probably Cherry's best game of his career just because
Yes.
it's against Max Gawn. I know I heard Max Gawn had a really tough week personally, but Cherry was just absolutely awesome. He was pushing him off the ball. Gawn had
Mark in the square.
to mark in the square. He got a goal. Cherry got a goal.
Best thing about Cherry's goal is his goal song.
What's his goal
Oh,
song?
I forgot what it was.
Cherry baby.
Cherry. I was loving Paul Curtis's goal song was I like to move it. And we got to hear that 3 times, so that was really
What
good.
about Tom Powell's goal song?
Oh, what was it? KSI.
On the screen of the ring, the bend of the
That's
I didn't want
didn't
Tom Powell.
KSI do a live stream in a
Yeah,
in a
Chad,
North
North,
Melbourne
That's
shirt?
very true. That's
Yeah.
very true. The other young guy for North that I was really happy with, again, is Foss. Finn O'Sullivan. I know he's not going to get that many. He's probably going to get 12 to 18 touches most games. But every touch he got, all the North fans like, kick it back to Foss. He hits a target. Caleb Daniel was missing targets. A few other guys. Sheezer wasn't at his best. Suva kicked 3 and just everything was going well. On the D side, I got to talk about the D
Yeah.
side.
Nah,
Can we also just say that Jack Darling, Luke Parker, great pickups.
I was about to say, Luke Parker got his first goal for North. Constanti from your Swans as well got his first goal
that
for
was a
North.
good goal.
And Jack Darling's 300th, which Suva in the week said, oh, it's been a great ride, mate. That one game we had together. He's a North legend with 2 games in his career at North. He was really
That's
good.
how sad you are that
I'm
you have to have a
joking.
legend with 2 games.
I'm joking. He was really good. I was really against getting Jack Darling. I think a lot of us
Yes,
were.
I was as well.
And he's been really good. Looks really fit and just taking clunks, big marks. So I'm very happy with that. On the Melbourne side, though, Cade Chandler. We always get torn up by the little guys. Chandler was unbelievable. He kicked a couple of goals. I reckon he had over 20 plus
very good.
touches. He was probably Melbourne's best player, I would say. And then Petrarca is a big worry.
He looks unfit to me.
He looked really unfit. He played full
To
forward.
my untrained eye, he looks untrained.
The fact that Aiden Core was keeping up with him is a
Yeah.
big worry.
Yes.
And then the other part of the backline for North, Aiden Core's okay, but Charlie Comben, Chom as his mates like to call him, he was just unbelievable. I think after the first 2 he dropped, he just took a few marks and was just really good. So he had about 15 marks, I think, overall in the game. Just incredible.
So the Swans have literally held on as the siren's gone about a second before Jai misses.
Oh,
taking
they
a mark.
won!
The Swans have held on by
Oh
3
my
points.
God, we're all winners here, boys.
First time this year.
First time this year.
High fives all around. Yeah, let's go.
Come on. Let's go, mate. I'm sorry. I'm just excited for North. But yeah, it's
Fan
going to be a big
bases.
night. You might not see me for the rest of the week. We were literally singing the song with 10 minutes to go, which is probably the first time we've done that in about 10 years. So get around North. Happy days.
Well done. I'm
Yeah.
actually happy.
I saw you on the train. I was just buzzing.
yeah,
I was shaking.
I wasn't happy seeing you on that.
Oh, house.
Optus Stadium.
Oh, this is going to be a long one.
Get the time I got. We've already given him half the show.
This game was not good.
Did Sydney play or something?
The Sydney Swans have won. AFL apps just died on me.
I got it.
The Swans have won 68-65 after trailing basically all day. They didn't kick a goal in the first quarter. They've won 65-68. I need some stats here, stats man, because this is just absolutely gone down on me because the AFL app has decided to have an absolute nightmare.
Well, if you want some stats, I can give you some stats.
Yeah.
Sydney won by 3 points.
Thank you,
Optus
Leo.
Stadium.
In Shy Bolton's first game.
In Shy Bolton played okay, I think.
No, I don't think he played very well.
Amadi kicked the match winner. That is not a stat, that's a fact.
Oh, there we go.
Patrick Voss missed the chance to make him go 15 points. That is a fact, not a stat.
Actually, Patrick Voss did miss 2 sitters.
Thanks, guy.
Well, not sitters, but like missed 2 very gettable shots at the end of the third quarter, start of the fourth. I'm positive, it's on mute right now. I'm positive that Matthew Pavlich is saying that Jaya mistook the mark before the siren went because Matthew Pavlich is commentating.
Wait, is that how the game ended? There was a mark on the siren?
No, the ball was in the air when the siren went.
Oh, that's cool.
So the ball was in the air. It's not a mark because it's got to be completed.
Well, don't worry. You won. It's all good. It's all
don't need
good.
to justify.
They're not reviewing it.
It's not siren gate all over again.
But that is a huge win in Perth because I think a lot of people would have backed Freo. Both teams were desperate for a win.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Swans have actually come from the clouds to win that. They were down 5-0 at one point. You had Chad Warner have 26-1. I thought Riley Bice was quite good. Tom McCartan went down back and without having some stats in front of me, that was so noticeable all day. But oh my God, Josh Tracy is a phenomenal footballer. He is such a good forward.
Yeah.
The big kahuna.
The big kahuna can take a mark. He's a really accurate kick, which I'd say Tim, Suva, possibly Jezza. Who else would be up there in the
Accurate kicks.
Accurate kicks. I'm trying to think of
Chol.
Chol? He
Mario
is
Chol.
pretty accurate.
Sam Frost.
Sam Frost. What, because he has 1 goal a year?
I don't know.
How'd you get Sam Frost in there?
My
said
internet's
accurate.
absolutely cocked here. I'm just going to do this.
Just
I'm
go
sure.
for it.
Just vibe it. Just
Vibe
vibe
it.
it. What are
Chad
your
Warner-
emotions right now?
Thank- so
your
Shy-
preview
Shy-
best into this result.
Shy Bolton was talking crap all game.
Oh,
He
it
hardly
sounds
got near it. So, good stuff, Shy
You
Bolton.
could say he was shy on his debut.
There we go.
Let me give you some stats, Alex. 'cause
Thanks,
I found
Gerald.
it now.
I know
Lockdown.
Jago O'Meara had 30 and he's seemingly got a new lease on life this year. I don't know
Is
if
it
he's
2014 again? Like,
Has
what's
he had
going on?
calf's blood injected into his legs?
He'll get injured
he's
soon.
flying.
I'll give you some stats, Alex. So you did say Josh Tracy had a great game. He had 4 goals, 13 disposals.
Yeah.
McLean was solid with 2 goals. Amadi had the match winner with 2 as well. Oh, Chad Warner didn't hit his 2. Oh, that's brutal. And then in terms of the big numbers, Jago O'Meara 32 disposals, 5 clearances. Chad Warner 26. Matty Roberts. It's the year of Matty Roberts, especially in Supercoach. 25 disposals.
The biggest one is Jordan having, what did he have here? I had it 24 disposals, didn't kick a goal, but was integral everywhere.
10 clearances.
Kept Caleb Sarong to 19 touches.
And 10 clearances himself. He absolutely demolished Caleb Sarong because your tagging work, Sydney. I know you didn't win the first 2 rounds, but that's keeping you in games. You're tagging the best player and absolutely dominating him.
It's as good as a 15-year-old on Facebook.
Get it? Facebook tags?
I know. I don't
remember
want to
when
go
you remember back in the day when you'd become friends with a female and all your mates would get into tags?
Yeah, we need to bring that back.
And
You
it just
could comment.
ruined. You'd have
That's
to,
what James Jordan does.
just gets in the comments, just hits it up the whole time. But Luke Jackson was really good in the ruck. They've subbed out the Swans subbed out Brody Grundy late, but this. As someone who was very big on the Swans being 0-3 to start the year, realistically, they probably should be 2-1.
Yeah,
They should have beat the Lions.
You've played a lot better than I thought because you've had a lot of close games.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you've got this win, you can catapult now.
We got the bye. The Swans are into the bye now.
Beautiful.
So Carlton.
No. Leo.
Wait, did you already talk about Fried Bice as well?
Yeah,
Riley
14
Bice?
disposals,
Okay.
a goal.
Trauma.
Came off the long run with the goal there. I was yelling at the screen, just kick the goal, son.
Get some chicken.
Yeah,
pancake,
it maybe makes you want to
Sunday
get some Chinese takeaway.
Yeah.
Bosh! Olivia will like that one.
Fan bases, Freo will be wondering how they've
Yes,
lost that
it's
game.
another Justin Longmuir special, that one.
I can't believe you got that tip as well.
Just, mate, this is what I do.
Oh, damn it.
I also tip Essendon and Geelong.
Yeah, that's right. And the Swans fans were just like, hell yeah, how good.
Yeah.
Noise.
Alex has had a roller coaster of a show.
Had a bet in the Hong Kong derby, got beaten that far.
Oh.
It's been a day for me. Anyway, tipping results. Leo, 5 from 9, 6 from 9.
5 from 8.
Oh, 5 from 8.
Yes.
Okay.
I also got 5 from 8.
I also went 5 for 8, so I tipped Freo.
I tipped Essendon,
you tipped
but I
Freo.
tipped
Go on,
Sydney.
mate. Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Big call results. Stats guy, you have been so wrong this year.
Hey, it's only two, was it? Oh, three.
Yeah,
games,
you've got zip for 3.
I genuinely thought the Pies would smash them. So well done to the Dogs. They were a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, that's bad.
Leo went.
I didn't say it on the show, but I put it on a graphic.
Yeah, you went because you were sick on Thursday. Fogarty and Thrill to kick 8.
They got 6. Half a
I'll
point.
give you half
Give you half a point.
Yes.
Marcus, 100-point margin. If
He got a little close.
there was
He
Paul
said the
was-
Brisbane game, though.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but Port Richmond
Yeah.
was threatening.
yeah. So he doesn't get a point for that.
Yeah, stuff him.
Yeah. Anyway, and
He goes
mine,
for
and I
Essendon.
think mine was Brisbane to win by like 80 points. So yeah, I didn't
Like
get
I
that
said to my
either.
mate, we don't get paid to be right. We get paid
Yeah,
to be entertaining.
mates.
So it's all good.
Anyway,
Let me speak.
let's get to it, Gerald. Full credit. Who was the best team of the round? Come on, stats guy.
Oh, where's my scarf gone? It's so hot in here. Let's go, North Ball.
Hard stars.
We've got the longest song in the league. We're not going to sing that, even though I want to. Just awesome. Just all good all-round play. The fact that we dominated them in the last quarter, it was only 18 points, and then we've ended up, was it 67 in the end, I think?
It was just a
Just crazy.
bombardment in that last
Quarter, the fact that we're hitting targets, I think we only had 1 or 2 turnovers when we usually have about 6. So North, absolutely. We're back on the winners table, and we're in the 8th, so let's go.
Miracles happen. My best team of the round, Adelaide Crows. I saw it up close and personal. They are very, very good.
My best
Very
team.
good.
My second favourite team, St Kilda. They just do it. That's what they do. That's what they do. You know what
No,
I mean?
it's not. They usually lose.
Okay,
They do it
Look,
one
the
out of 3
were
times.
the
awesome,
last
though.
quarter, they ran out of gas. They didn't have many on the interchange. I think they were down 2 rotations. But they were the best team for 3 quarters. They should have won by more, in my opinion. And I'm telling you, they could make finals.
60% of the time, it works all of the time.
Yes.
Best on ground of the week, Leo.
Okay. There was only one man here.
Oh, yeah, I know this. This
The
is
Shook Man.
Not the Shook Man, that's for the cricket show.
the all-Australian fullback.
A key defender that goes under the radar. I'm, of course, talking about Ben Mackay.
What?
No. Zach Reed.
The most overpaid man.
No, they actually the worst centre-back pair. Centre-back. It's not soccer. Anyway.
This isn't Van der Ven and Romero.
No, it is not. It is Josh Battle is my best.
100%, I'll agree.
I'm being a bit biased here, but the job he did on Kerno, he also had 21 disposals, I think 9 intercept possessions.
Yeah,
I want to
correct,
say.
correct. I got it up here.
He just bodied him and his highlight. Hawthorn posted a highlight package. Just give it a little like. Help me sleep at night. Help me sleep at night. Help me sleep.
Oh
at night.
my God, you're rattled. You just love Josh
I just
Battle,
love
so
Josh
you're just
Battle.
rattled, yeah.
And
absolutely.
it came from St Kilda. That's the best thing about him. My beloved.
Oh, yeah,
St
he
Kilda.
did.
Yeah.
He did. So your 2 favourite teams combined. I like it. My best on ground of the week. There's actually a few North players I could have given it to. Cherry was awesome against
shush.
Gorn. You got Chom taking about 15 marks, but I'm giving it to Tom Powell. I reckon that was the best game, the most influential game
He
of his
was
career.
awesome.
He was our best midfielder by a mile today, and you got the likes of Sheasel, LDU. Tom Powell had 31 disposals, a goal, 10 score involvements.
21 at halftime.
21 at halftime, and 8 clearances as well. He was doing everything. It was the Cherry and Tom Powell show.
In
so-
honor of Tom Powell, can you give us a parody of Thick of It? But
No,
tailored to Tom Powell?
no, I'm good.
Please.
No, we don't.
This is what the audience
Unless we have a
wants.
Prime sponsorship, I'm good.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
I'll take the
good.
pre-workout drinks.
Oh, they're disgusting.
No, the
all right.
pre-workout drinks are good.
Oh,
yeah, no,
yeah.
Their hydration's
I have
horrendous,
so
but the
much pre-workout,
pre-workout's
yeah.
good. Like, need it all. Best on ground of the week. I saw it. Zach Merritt. 4 goals, 1, 36 disposals. Probably could have kicked 7.
He should have kicked 7 and they would have won.
They
Nah.
lost by 10 goals.
But
though.
he was.
He was unbelievable.
This is like when Gary Ablett was having 40 and they were losing by 80.
yeah.
Yeah.
He is getting better, Zach Merritt. I don't know how because their team's gone backwards, but he's getting better and better.
SuperCoach Wash. Leo's given up. That's the
Nice.
SuperCoach
Leo's
Wash.
literally written, don't care.
I don't care.
You
anymore.
should care because
I've not looked at my score. I'm scared to look at my
Jack
score.
McRae 162. Everyone's got Jack McRae. Caleb Daniel. Everyone's also got him 116. Matty Roberts 114.
Oh, that's huge.
Very
yeah.
nice.
Fried Bice for all those owners who swapped Ben Payton for the Bice, 89.
Yes, I got Fried
his
Bice.
break even was negative
I was
10.
going to get Bice this week because he's not going to go up in
Yeah.
price.
Is there anyone that-
after the bye?
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you want to get in your teams or?
I might just start picking Hawthorn players at this
I've
point.
got to mess around because Flynn and Boyd got dropped. Yeah,
Flynn
but
might be back if Bailey Williams.
Nathan O'Driscoll just got a 94 with his negative 18 break even. So
Ooh.
Can I just say something about Fried Bice?
Yeah.
96. It's going up.
oh, has it?
There's a bit of a. It's
My
still going
internet's
up.
just
Scaling.
And
The
so
price of fried Bice.
yeah.
It just keeps going up. Inflation. Inflation.
You're off. You are off.
Fried Bice.
I'm always off.
Clary got 130, Cherry got 136. Horn Francis was probably the big disappointment with
Yeah,
only
he
61
he handed
points.
off a few goals. I had put him as
Yeah.
my vice captain. I wasn't happy, but
I captained Dawson 124.
Not the bad.
I
very
felt
good.
safe.
I captained Cherry. Sheasel only got 80, so
Yeah.
that's okay.
That's not okay. Don't accept
Harry
that.
Perryman, if you've got him, get rid of him.
Yeah, agreed.
I thought you said hold.
No, I'm off him now.
2 weeks.
What did
One
he get?
more week.
What did he get?
57.
The rookies can get that.
If you reverse it,
Oh, there's
75.
North highlights
Yeah.
on the TV. We better wrap this up.
Yeah, I think that'll just about do us this week here on AFL Today. Of course, make sure you get around us on all the social medias. I tried my best to keep my composure throughout the game. Unfortunately, the Swans decided to give me a cardiac arrhythmia. It was all well and good. Anyway, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you subscribe to AFL Today on YouTube. Make sure you hit that subscribe and notifications bell as well. So anytime we do a video, it comes up. I'm going to do the power ranking straight after this as well. Follow us on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for more footy content all season long. AFL Today AU on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Aussie Rules Today on your Facebooks. Of course, subscribe and like all of our shows across their YouTubes and podcast apps. Cricket Today, AFLW Today, Hot or Tickets, Found the Golden Slipper winner, and True Bloods. The boys will be up and about on Tuesday night here in the studio. And of course, Honest Beers with Wally and Leggy. They'll both be up and about. Hawthorn and St Kilda won this week. Thank you to Leo for being here.
Of course. Where else would I be?
Oh, well, you weren't here on Thursday.
I was sick.
Righto.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you,
Sick
Stats
of
guy.
you.
Thank you. We're back. Let's go.
I'm actually shocked that you came here.
Well, I was very tempted to go out, but we can have
You
a few
can go
beers.
now.
Yeah, I might.
You got the night off.
Let's go.
Of course, producer Gerald behind the screen. He does the greatest job in the world here. And of course, Spence, she does a good job too. We've got to give her a shout out.
No. Where is she?
Yeah, no, I rate that.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
She
kidding.
worked all last weekend.
And Marcus, he's on the show.
Yeah, he's all
Nah,
right.
stuff, Marcus.
We are brought to you, of course, by Tab and their AFL's missed by one. If your disposals leg misses by one, Tab will still pay you out as a winner. Download the Tab app today. What are you really gambling with? We'll catch you on Wednesday for the Midweek Madness here on AFL Today.
Tonight's game's going to be epic.
Missed by one on the AFL? With Tab, you can stay in the game. Missed by one on any disposals leg, and Tab will still pay you out as a winner. Tab. We're on.
Imagine what you could be buying instead.